When we go to some place, say, looking for a particular type of animal, we obviously need the cooperation of the people who live in the area. And so we take doctors and dentists with us, and they're the most appreciated of services. If you help the people, they help you, and the results help everybody. These boards show you the wide spectrum of types of expeditions. The Blue Nile expedition, that was the one that really pioneered whitewater rafting, but it also did a huge amount of scientific work in what was then said to be the last unexplored piece of Africa. We then went on to even bigger expeditions, crossing of the Darien Gap between Panama and Colombia, and that launched the Range Rover. And the airship was used in Scotland on an interesting mission looking for Loch Ness monsters, and so we got evidence of something large, or two things rather large, coming up from the depth of the loch to within about 14 feet of the surface, but they never surfaced, unfortunately, and then they went down again. That was rumoured to be a mammoth. We went out to investigate it, and we discovered this creature which was far bigger than most Asian elephants. It was 11'3" at the shoulder, which is up here, and he was appropriately named King Elephant. The man who was the father of this little family was killed by one of them. Broke into his farm at night to steal rice, and he went out to defend the rice and of course got killed by the elephant. So we raised the money to educate the children. Although we had no responsibility for it, we felt morally we ought to do something to help. Gilo Cardoza produced a car which Neil Lawton, who is now the chairman of the Scientific Exploration Society, he and Neil flew this thing from pretty well from Britain through Europe and Spain and down to Timbuktu. Unfortunately, when they got to Timbuktu, Gilo took over and managed to crash into about the only tree in the Sahara. And the great thing of these operations was it created young leaders. And one of the more recent ones that I like to quote is a young man who did well in Alaska. When I was saying at the end of the expedition, or sort of well done, you can all go on to greater heights, I said, now you can all reach for the stars. And he did, and he became an astronaut at the Tim Peak. I always used to carry a laughing machine, one of these things you can press a button and it gives a hysterical laughter. Because if you met potentially hostile people who were of a cannibalistic nature, who could be aiming a bow with a tight string at you, if you produced a laughing machine and started them grinning and laughing, you defuse the situation. When you're faced with a mystery, the answer is you've got to go and look. And you've got to try and find out whether there is any evidence, but you've got to have an open mind. If you haven't got an open mind, you just dismiss everything as, oh, it's not possible. That's ridiculous. But we look at everything from sea monsters to giant snakes. But there are these stories that come out, and first of all, they may seem laughable until you actually look into them.